From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, July 14th, 2015. Silver is trading at $15.35 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,154 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $292. Antiwar.com reports, while hope for a final Iran nuclear deal with the P5+1 being settled by the end of Monday night proved premature, diplomats from across the board appear more confident than ever that a deal is not only a matter of time, and that time could be a matter of mere hours. Nominally, the nuclear talks had a deadline of Monday, and while there was, interestingly, no talk of a formal extension, everyone continues to suggest that the talks will continue into Tuesday, with the hopes for an announcement some point later in the day. With so many of the details of the talk hidden from the public, it's hard to know how close a deal is, what the obstacles are, and what progress has been made. Still, everyone involved seems to argue that the talks are at an endgame point and that a deal is virtually inevitable. On the other hand, the U.S. was seen as desperate to get the deal done before July 9th, and a deal seemed to have been within reach last week. It's unclear why the deal was missed then, but the U.S. has seemed at least a bit less eager since, with reports from Russian negotiators that the U.S. has changed its demands markedly. A deal appears to have been so expected on Monday that Iranian officials were already tweeting about it earlier yesterday, though they had since deleted the tweets as it became apparent that the talks were once again heading into overtime. For over 35 years, Robertson Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co. UPI reports New York City on Monday agreed to pay $5.9 million to settle a suit brought by the family of Eric Garner, the man who died after being placed in a chokehold by police last year. Nearly 1 year to the day after Garner's death, his family, including his widow, Esau Garner, and his mother, Gwen Carr, agreed to accept $5.9 million in a deal arranged by the city comptroller, Scott Stringer. Earlier in the day, they refused $5 million to settle their $75 million lawsuit. Jonathan Moore, the lawyer representing the family, said the city of New York has agreed to pay $5.9 million to resolve the Garner case. The father of 6 died July 17th of last year after New York police officer Daniel Pantaleo put him in a chokehold against the department policy. Garner told police he could not breathe as he was wrestled to the ground. Garner, who was unarmed, had been suspected of selling untaxed cigarettes on the sidewalk. Pantaleo was not indicted for his role in Garner's death, prompting global protest over police brutality and discrimination. Stringer said the settlement was meant to save the city's taxpayers the cost of a potentially lengthy court battle and bring closure to the Garner family. In Survivor Max by Davi Barker, 11-year-old Max must survive the zombie apocalypse alone in New Hampshire. Slow-moving and non-thinking, the lame brains swarm his home searching for living flesh. Max must apply his Porcupine Freedom Scouts training to plan his escape, but first he must prove that he's too smart to die. Look for Survivor Max on Facebook and Amazon, or read Chapter 1 free at survivormax.com. Reuters reports President Barack Obama reduced the prison sentences of 46 inmates on Monday, bringing the commutations he had granted to a total of 89, a number still far shy of the thousands his administration originally estimated it would make. Obama has said reforming the complex U.S. criminal justice system to reduce the number of people serving long sentences for nonviolent drug crimes is one of the top priorities for his remaining time in office. Obama said of those whose sentences he commuted in a video statement on Monday, their punishments did not fit the crimes. Obama said he hoped to work with a bipartisan group of lawmakers on criminal justice reform, but so far legislative fixes have stalled in Congress. With only 5% of the world's population, the United States accounts for 25% of the entire world's prison population. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.